Once again with Ulosophy. Um, Today I want to talk about the truth about the election 2016. We hear it all over. It's all over TV. It's all over social media. These two candidates that are heading and going for the presidency of the United States of America. This great country, which I love, where I'm from. But here's the thing. People are reacting in a way that basically says that their future is in the hands of either one of these individuals. Either they're supporting one individual and really going against another individual, as if their future determines it. Yes, they whoever wins will have a certain amount of power to make decisions that will change laws, agreements, certain situations. But here's the thing, and this is what philosophy is all about. And philosophy is about you being 100% in control of your life and not letting outside influences control your life. That is the whole point of philosophy, to bring you to that understanding, to make you see your true identity. And your true identity has 100%, not 99%, not 90%, not 85% control of life, of your life. Your true identity has 100% control of your life. Not saying that outside influences don't exist. They do exist, but that's all they are. Influences. Other people, situations, challenges, whatever, have the ability to influence you. But here's the magic. They have the power to influence you only if you allow it. If you allow it, then yes, they will influence you. And it's that influence that creates your thoughts and your emotions that vibrate out into the universe, and thus the universe, or God, whatever you want to call it, will bring matching circumstances, matching people, matching situations that mimic that feeling, those thoughts that you have been vibrating. And if you allow these negative influences to determine your thoughts, to determine your feelings, then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Then you create that. But see, you create the whole thing. Stop allowing outside influences to take control of your life. They don't have control over your life. All they can do is influence you. And it's that influence. If you believe that influence, then your thoughts, it's what create the challenge, the negative circumstance. You understand? The magic here is for you to realize that you have 100% in control of your life. When you make that realization, guess what? You're empowered. You're at cause, you're not at effect. But when you watch these debates and you watch social media and you watch all these people having different opinions, which is nothing wrong with people having opinions, and sure, there's good opinions from both sides, from the Republican to the Democratic. Sure, there's opinions that must be talked about and must be heard. I totally agree with that. But here's the thing. No matter who wins, I'm not concerned at all. I'm not concerned whether my future will be crap. Because I know they can't control my destiny. Only I can. I have 100% control. God gave me that power. He gave you that power too. So stop allowing these outside influences to determine your feelings as to whether your future will be great or bad. Guess what? If you believe that these outside influences, whichever candidate wins, determines your future, guess what? It is true, because you you are creating that. You're letting that outside influences control your thoughts, control your emotions. Thus, you're vibrating that into the universe, and thus it has to come back to you. So yes, if you believe that these candidates, if let's say the candidate that you don't want to win determines that you're gonna have a bad future, then guess what? True, it's true, because you will create that. But you don't have to. If you look at biblical scriptures, even biblical scripture talks about this. Ancient texts talk about this. How no matter what the circumstance is, no matter who's in power, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what land you put your foot on, none of those outside influences determine your future. It's you who will determine it. It's your faith. You have to start realizing that, you look, to me, I watch every now and then one of these debates that are going on. I look at a post and from one of these candidates and see what they're talking about. Sure, it's very good to be informed of what's going on in the world. That's one thing I always talk about, how it's good to be informed. You cannot be going through the world with your head under the sand, ignoring everything that's going on. You must be aware. Awareness is very good. But when it comes to outside influences controlling your life, then no, that's not good. That's not good at all. I who I watch these debates and whatever these candidates are talking about, and it's entertaining. Sure, I listen to what's being said, and there's good sides on both of them, on both of their policies or whatever. Sure, and it's something that must be explained, like the situation with the gun rights and Second Amendments. I'm all for the Second Amendment, and there's good sides on both sides. There's and we must and both sides must be heard. That's what makes life beautiful, the difference in opinions. If you think your opinion is the only correct opinion, then you're the idiot. Opinions is good. It's good to have opinions. And all these other issues like the climate change and issues on the dead and whatever. Sure, these are issues that must be talked about. But do you think that if I agree with one candidate, what he's saying or what she's saying, and I don't agree with the other one, and the other one wins, I'm not gonna be worried out of my mind, think that my life's gonna suck. If I think my life's gonna suck, then yes, it's true, because I'm creating that. I'm allowing the outside influences to determine my future, and I'm creating that, not them. See, the truth and the miracle is that nobody, no outside influences can create your future, can determine what your life's gonna be. Only you do, and it's your thoughts. That's why I always say, if you want things in your life to change, you're going to have to change things in your life. And the most important thing you must change is your thoughts. That's the most important thing you must change. And it's your thoughts that create the experience. So stop allowing these outside influences to determine what your future will be, because nobody can do that but you. No matter what's going on in the world, nothing has to affect you unless you allow it. If it's raining outside, hey, if it's raining outside, I'm not gonna sit there scared out of my mind and feeling disempowered like I can't do nothing. Hey, I just, put some clothes on, well covered, and get an umbrella, and then I could go do whatever I want to do. Right? The same thing here. If whoever wins, and let's say, is making all the bad moves, and it's causing all types of havoc, who cares? It's raining outside. Just put an umbrella on. Or hey, if go somewhere else where it's not raining, right? That's the whole point. No outside influences controls your life. Stop feeling like you're disempowered, like you just this puppet and you're being pulled by the strings, because that's not the case unless you allow it. And for most of your life, you've probably been allowing that to happen. You probably have been allowing these outside influences, whether it's influences at your job, influences in your family, influence in your friends, influence in the outside world, influence in politics, on TV, the news. You've been letting these outside influences control your life and determine what your life's gonna be. Sure, I said it's very good to be aware of what's going on. Hey, if there's you know a terrible incident up ahead, I want to be aware that it's ahead, so maybe I could take a different route, right? Or I could be prepared for it. Sure, and technology today allows that to happen, so it's a great blessing. But I'm not gonna let these outside influences determine that my life's gonna be crap. Only I can do that. Only I have the power. Nobody, no one else has the power but me. And it starts here. It starts with your thoughts, correcting your thoughts. That is why listening to the Ulosophy motivational series, there's, up until now when this video comes out, there's about 16 volumes. And there's a lot of great information, and there's other videos before that you can look at. And these are concepts that you must listen to over and over again. And they will begin to change your thoughts, begin to change your experience. They will begin to make you aware of how 100% in control you are of your life. So if you haven't, if you're feeling disempowered, you may be, you may not be aware of your true power. So go and listen to the Ulosophy motivational series and change your thoughts. That will change your life. That alone, that's basically all you need, really. Go and listen to it. Share it with your friends and family who find it helpful. And don't listen to it once. Listen to it over and over again. You don't have to listen to the whole thing out at once. You can listen to a couple minutes, ideally 20 minutes, and then listen to, another time. But always be listening to these audios, these videos. That is how you get control of your life, changing your thoughts, changing your core belief systems. So stop believing that whoever wins. Who cares? They don't determine your life. But if you feel that outside influences control your life, then yes, you're gonna be very scared. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I hope he doesn't win. I hope she doesn't win. Doesn't matter. You create your reality. You can create great blessings in your life, no matter what the situation is. No matter if everybody else is out of the job, if you have your thoughts correct, guess what? You will always have a job. You will always be blessed. Your finances will be good. Your family relationships will be good. You will always feel secure. But hey, if you believe outside influences control your life, then yes, you're gonna live life in fear. You're not gonna want to go places, or you're gonna want to go to places. Look, no matter where my foot is at, I believe that I'm a blessing waiting to happen. I'm breaking every curse. I'm a blessing. And guess what? That always comes true. Because you create your reality. You're empowered. You were created in God's image. Greatness is within you. You are forgiven. You are loved. You are clean as snow. You are loved by the Most High as if you were the only thing that exists It's how much God loves you, the Most High loves you. Live with that power. Live, find your true identity. The Ulosophy Motivational Series and the future projects will help you do that. So stop allowing these debates to make you feel fearful or whatever. Start realizing your true power. You know, watch the debates and go vote. You know, because the difference in opinions is good. It's good. Who knows what's right or wrong? Who cares? Really, as long as you're blessed and you control that, whether you're blessed or not. So just go watch whatever's going on TV, on social media. Listen to both views. Be aware of what's going on, what issues are happening in the world. Sure, be aware of it. And go vote for the one you believe could make better decisions. Stop believing that, oh, the whole thing is rigged, or there's Dr. Evil in the back of, in the back of the curtains, and they're determining who wins. Who cares? Stop living in fear. Stop living that you don't have control over life. Who cares, even if it is. And like I said, if you want to go vote, go vote. Even if you don't, that's good too. You control your life. You call the rules. You call the shots in your life. Nobody else does. And then whoever wins, wins. And if the candidate you wanted to win wins, good. And if not, still good. Because you control your life. A challenge can either be a curse or it could be an opportunity, a blessing. But you determine that. Nobody else does. So I hope you found much wisdom in this video. I hope I was able to subside some of your fear, that because maybe you've been fearful and you really felt like these outside influences could control your life. But hopefully you'll find wisdom in this video, and you'll look at the other videos of mine, and you'll follow the Ulosophy Motivational video series, where I explain all these concepts where you can start controlling your life. Your thoughts will change. Your DNA vibration will change. You will start vibrating different. Thus, you will see your experience be different, much more blessed. Countless of people who I've shared this with, what's in the Ulosophy Motivational video series, have lives change. They can't believe how their lives has changed. They have found peace. They have found wisdom. They have found control over their lives. Finally, they've been able to break out their shells. You can too. So I hope you guys have a great day. And the future is bright, because now you know more. I'll see you guys next time.